What's up, everybody? This is Critical. The official podcast has been officially reformed to the Before I Forget podcast. We dropped Andrew Jackson and Kaya and replaced them all instead with Cage. Say hi.
Actually, this is Jackson. I'm still here.
How long were we going to keep that up?
It was never going to last, though.
I know it wasn't. It's been a while since we recorded.
It's been a while, and that really bothers me because being late on anything that's not homework pisses me off.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people are the other way, except when
I
it
always,
comes to like a job.
I show up 10 minutes to half an hour early everywhere I go, always.
Yeah, I know that. And other people always show up late. That pisses me off. Especially waiting for your fucking fiance who takes 30 fucking minutes to get one nail done. Holy shit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but
Cage, you have an elephant in the room, and that's your computer. Why don't you tell everybody what's going on?
Well, there's a couple of things. I don't know if we've covered my main PC in the podcast yet. We have? Okay. Well, item number 2 on the checklist of computer problems a la Cage is my fucking laptop now. The fan is at a constant full spin, and it is vibrating the computer. It's a little less intense, I think. I don't know if that's
less intense,
placebo-y.
So it's not entirely shaking the computer.
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
I can't hear it, so at least that's something.
If I rest my hand on it while I'm playing a game, my hand goes numb after a while because it's vibrating so hard.
Have you tried opening it up and looking at the fan?
Yeah, I did that.
Nothing seems wrong?
Straight away. Nothing's in there. I blew it out just to make sure. Fucking just compressed air that bitch.
Compressed air, yeah. Nothing.
No
it's still dying.
Dice.
It's only a 2013 laptop, but it's an Asus. And if I've learned anything, I don't like the Asus brand. They've sent me a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is broken. What was your motherboard? Or, your hard drive? That was an OCZ. Yes. That's not Asus.
No, OCZ is not Asus.
Oh.
That's a good conclusion to draw there.
So when I turned on my computer, literally 7 minutes ago, I turned it on, and I was greeted by a horrible screeching noise. I don't know if that's the, it can't be the solid state because nothing moves in that, but I don't know what component it was.
Horrible screeching noise via the speakers or inside the computer?
That's what it sounded like. There was a little rattle that was associated with it, and it was a low hum, sort of, not a pleasant noise to hear from a computer, I'll tell you that.
Well, there aren't many.
It stopped shortly after, but the startup of this computer is ridiculous. It's so loud when it starts up. When it runs, it's fairly quiet.
My PC was the same way.
And it's up in the great gig in the sky now. Are you sure the other components in it are okay, or is it just the solid
video
state?
card seems fine.
Have you?
The SATA ports on the motherboard, like I was saying, seem to be afflicted.
Afflicted? How so?
Well, like the new SSD I got, shit boots up in like a week and a half, and it's like the whole reason I got the SSD
so
was
it's
so
fast,
that wouldn't happen. Yeah, and then it doesn't even recognize my hard drive in there at all. And I fucking switched around the cords. I've tried all the different fucking ports on it, and it's not fucking working.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a whole computer problem or just the SATA ports. Either way, you're looking at a new motherboard. It fucks your shit up. We talked about this before.
Yeah, fucking quit repeating shit up. Fucking
man, I can't remember. I am so tired. Cage?
I have not slept today.
You haven't?
I have not.
Were you up waiting for me, or were you just not feeling it?
I was like, if I go to sleep, I'm not going to get up even if I've shows. So I just stayed up.
Well, it's a good thing that I have to go after this, because my week is fucked.
What's happening this week for you, Uff?
So I've got a gig on Saturday, right? just three tracks. It's not bad, but I have to sit through fucking 3-hour rehearsals like every night in preparation for it. It's awful.
Is the set list 3 hours long?
The set list is around an hour and 45 minutes, just the songs. But of course, you're gonna have those little breaks, the little talking in between. So, but the rehearsals really get down to the nitty gritty. I'm playing fucking Sultans of Swing is like the only good one. Shit's hard. Because I was telling you earlier that I had to finger pick it. I'm not a finger picker. That also sounds like a derogatory term in some culture.
Does it?
Finger picker. You're a right finger picker there, aren't you? But
I'm pretty sure that Australians default to a different phrase.
You daft something else. Have you seen the video of the emu?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The dude's walking his emu. Apparently PewDiePie put it up on his channel. It was on Reddit not too long ago. Fucking this dude's walking his emu.
I don't have the attention span to watch a fucking video about an emu.
There was a dude just in the UK. He's walking his emu, and this dude's recording him. And they're just having a conversation. They're swearing at each other like sailors. It's fantastic.
Does anything happen, or is he just fucking walking it about?
He's just walking it around, and the dude comes up to him and he goes, "What are you doing walking around a fucking ostrich?" The dude's like, "It's not an ostrich, you limey bastard, it's an emu." It is it's a perfect description of everybody in the UK. That's a joke, by the way, if we have anybody but OJ watching us in the UK. Also.
Anyway, fucking Dead Space. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna cut that out, bitch. I have something on my mind that has been tormenting me. Not really tormenting.
Tormenting you.
Tormenting. I wouldn't say that, but I would say
I mean, you did say that, so.
Thank you. It's been on my mind. I'll put it at that. So, Molly comes up to me. She says, "You're not gonna like me on the 21st." And I say, "Oh, why is that?" She says, "I'm dyeing my hair." What the fuck?
Like, there's no.
Like, she's got the appointment set up.
Like, yo, it's happened already.
She never talked to me about it. She's dyeing it like blonde, like platinum blonde. Like
almost white.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not. I don't like dyeing hair in any form. If people want to dye their hair, go for it. I'm not on board with it. I don't like it. If you're born with a certain hair color, you live with that. You can style it however you want. But I don't.
What about the elderly?
The elderly, they can use touch of gray and that's it. But I'm telling you, body mods in general. We're gonna go over.
I don't know that I would classify dyeing hair as extreme as
it's not extreme. It's not.
I think the fucking liposuction forehead novels.
Yeah, that's
fucking
the real life
tattoos,
Barbie dolls and the real life Kens who've been like labeled as monsters or whatever.
Giant discs in the ears.
We've talked about tattoos before, right? I don't want to go into that.
I don't know that we've talked about it on the podcast.
Yes, we have. I remember it strictly.
I don't know about that.
And you can't remember a thing. But hair dyeing, it's not one of the extreme body mods. I guess it can be to a certain point. Have you ever seen Commentikit's pineapple haircut?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going a little overboard. I would veto that in a second, call it off. But just platinum. What?
Someone's dropping something downstairs.
But I've got a list of just general body modification. I wanna see your take on them. All right.
You're gonna list specific modifications, and you want to know my opinion on each one individually.
Yeah, more like I know some of them you're gonna be like, no, that's just stupid. And everybody but these certain people who get them, I'm sure they have the same view as us. But piercings, right? You see them everywhere. You get them on the ear. There's lip piercings. There's the vampire stuff. There's nose rings, belly button. You can put them anywhere. All right. What are you okay with? Like, where can they go that you're okay with, and where can they not go?
They're all right on the ears.
Yeah, the ears are fine.
I'm hesitant on the tongue, but I can understand, I guess.
I would veto that in a second.
I mean, that it sounds super painful to me. So, and I'm not a big fan of pain.
You say pain, but you love spicy food and the pain associated with that.
I like tongue pain, but not stabbing tongue pain.
Okay. Like burning.
Burning,
sour, zesty.
Chemically fucking my tongue, I'm okay with. But physically fucking my tongue, I'm not okay with.
Okay. So the tongue is on the fence for you.
Yeah. Cheek piercings don't make sense to me.
No.
Because if you ever drink anything, you can't like swish. It'll just fucking pour out the sides.
Oh, the people with the gauges. Have you seen the dude with the gauge? Like the huge gauge in his cheek.
Holes in their cheeks.
Yeah, and you can just see his teeth. I don't understand. That would hurt because your teeth are gonna dry out.
When they they're gonna have terrible halitosis.
It's awful.
They're gonna drool all over their pillow when they sleep. They're gonna drool all over everything always because they have giant fucking holes in their cheeks.
But general piercings on the cheek. That's a no. Or you don't.
I'm all right with the ears.
Yeah.
I'm iffy with the tongue.
Yeah. How about nose?
Nose, it seems unclean to me.
So like there's the stud on the side versus like longhorn bull.
No longhorn bull for sure.
I'm totally with you on that.
The stud on the side, I understand, but I still think it's fucking nasty because there's all that fucking shit in there. It's like, what if that gets into the fucking nose hole, you know?
The nose hole, wow.
Well, it's not a nostril. So it's a nose hole.
The longhorn bull, you know, I don't like to consider myself a bully. I don't think I ever was in high school, but whenever I'd see...
But you ripped one out. You ripped someone's out.
Oh, that would hurt. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, it would.
That's the worst nosebleed you can ever imagine.
Fucked right now just thinking about it.
But every time I'd see a girl with the nose ring in the middle, I'd pass her. I wouldn't do it to her face.
Have you seen people with nose rings in the middle?
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone. I figured
like
it was
the bull.
Just a far and away tail.
So, like you never seen someone in real life, or you've seen the pictures of it, and you just,
I've seen the pictures of it.
Yeah.
I think there's one person that I know vaguely that has had one. They're one of the people with all the gauges and shit too. Yeah.
All right, I'm fine with piercings on the ears. Gauges, no. Just why? The videos of people putting locks on the people's gauges, like in Home Depot or whatever, that's kind of funny, but no to gauges. But the longhorn bull ring in the middle, I'd see someone in the hall with it, and then I'd turn to my friend and I'd go, I'd do like the bull horns with my fingers.
Toro. Oh.
Toro. But yeah, no to that. The stud on the side, you know, I don't like it, but I will tolerate it. Lips. How about a lip ring?
For the same reason as the cheek. I mean, I think that shit would leak, you know?
Well, not necessarily.
I know, but it's just fucking...
The thought of it you don't like.
Yeah.
So that's a no. You're thinking long and hard about this.
Genital piercings. No. Just no. Just straight no.
I don't understand. some people like pain, right? If that's what they're into, that's what they're into. I'm not gonna stop them, but that would, ooh, oh
Yeah,
my
fucking.
gosh, that would.
There's a picture of a vagina with like snap buttons on the lips,
Oh,
and it like snaps shut.
why would you do that?
Don't know, but there's another picture of a guy like fucking the that just like the snapped shut part,
Links
and
in the
just
description.
sticking his links not in the description.
I know. I'm not gonna
That's
find them.
just fucking going like parallel to the vagina.
Oh gosh. It just anything down there. You get a tattoo down there, you're instantly out. You get a piercing down there, you're instantly out. Like
I've seen a
modifications.
decent Medusa tattoo on the vagina.
All right. Last place I can think of a piercing, your belly button. That's like the most common. Your belly button, right?
Belly, I think the ears are the most common. The belly button also I think would hurt a fucking lot because
It's a very sensitive area
very
right there.
sensitive. Like, have you ever like scratched your belly button?
Yeah.
It hurts your penis. It's not okay.
I've never experienced that.
Oh man, you've not dug hard enough. I
Like
if
inside the button.
if I scratch my belly button, I can feel it on the tip of my penis.
Let's try this. I can't feel a thing. Oh wait,
You
I
have
don't
an
have a
innie or an
penis.
outie?
I'm an innie.
Yeah, me too. And I can just fucking, I just feel it in the tip of my penis. It's
Is
not
an
okay.
outie really that common?
I don't know. I've only known one person with an outie,
Yeah, I've only known one person too.
so it's apparently not very common.
I don't like outies.
They're too expensive.
All right, we got an okay or no from you for the fucking belly button, whatever the heck.
I can understand people getting it, but me seeing it physically pains me in
So
my
no.
penis. So
In
no.
your penis. Even though it's around 6 inches away or so.
I don't
Next
know.
one.
I can't judge distance, but I think it's closer to 8.
Closer to 8? You're talking about the tip of your penis? That's like 47 inches. I drew a picture of Cage a long while back, and it's like
It's been like
it's an
3-4 years.
Yeah, it's just a black and white picture of him laying on a bed, but his penis is like 80% of the picture. And now that
It's the most flattering piece of fan art I've ever received.
Now that I've grown up and matured, I'm now drawing Abraham Lincoln riding a bear. But next body modification.
I've got to say that Abraham Lincoln looked very similar to me.
It did. How?
Just that he had a beard, and all your beards look the same.
I mean, very scraggly and pointy.
Very, very pointy, like he just got fried with electricity.
Oh, the one side that curls up when you sleep on it or whatever.
Yeah, the right side goes up and the left side goes down. So
he's swaying in the breeze.
yeah.
But next one, eyeball tattooing.
No, just
That
no.
was with the piercings, a lot of the time I can see that person's perspective.
No eyeball piercings either. Fuck that.
Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I really sincerely hope not.
Eyeball
Don't Google it.
Oh. So it's a process of putting it under your cornea, and it's one of those things where it extrudes.
Just not look
it extrudes out of the top.
Oh
Gosh. That's awful.
Have you ever had grease fly in your eye, like when you're cooking shit?
I've not in my eye, all over my face. I've
Oh
gotten the
man,
ashes from a fire in my eye. Those are bad.
someone was using the deep fryer around Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and I was walking like on the other side of the room, and that shit just fucking flew homed into my eye, and just fucking right in the fucking middle. That shit hurt a lot. I don't recommend it.
Oh my gosh.
It's like when a drop of rain hits your eyeball, but on fire.
Yeah. The a couple times I've gotten hot ashes in my eye. When it's on the tear duct, I feel it's the worst. I don't know why. When it's in my eye, it hurts for like 5 seconds, and then it just feels like something's
I don't
in
know.
your eye.
I think your tear duct probably has more nerves.
I can see that. But I tell you, man, it hurts just thinking about it. Eyeball tattoo. I don't even know how it works. Oh my gosh,
They just tattoo the sclera.
it's awful. The other thing, tongue splitting.
No.
No, I I don't even understand why people do that. Just cutting open like flesh. Oh gosh, that hurts so bad. That hurts so bad. Scarification, like tattoos, but not.
I can understand people doing it.
Yeah, I've
'Cause,
got
I
a scar
mean,
on my forehead.
scars aren't subject to the same stretching as tattoos due to skin movements because
Yeah.
they're like hard tissue. So I can understand people doing it. I don't like the idea of mutilating myself
No, I
for a
don't. I
tattoo,
don't either.
but I can understand it.
How about subdermal implants, like the donut heads in
No, fuck that.
Japan? No.
That's fucking dumb. That's as dumb as the eyeball licking thing where everyone was got.
Eyeball? Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awful. And then there's general plastic surgery. Everybody's got their own viewpoints on that.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't particularly like it. But if people want to accentuate certain features, go for it. There's nobody stopping you except the price tag.
Except the price tag and general judgment.
I mean, if you got a good surgeon, you may get some good. But
Get fuck off. Just continuously. I put him over on the side, he fucking just runs across the mic.
That's why you throw him across the room. You
I'm
show him
about
who's
to.
boss. We do not condone the abuse of animals in any shape or form here on the Before I Forget podcast.
None of my cats were harmed during this episode.
Except that one. No, he's fine.
So when they say no animals were harmed during this movie or whatever, most of the time that's just a straight up lie.
Well, I don't see why they have to say that unless there's like a clear indication that something went wrong and
if there's
an animal
any
was
animals
harmed.
in them, they have to say it.
Yeah, is
I
that
mean, they
a
lie about
liability
it.
thing?
They have to.
But for like YouTube videos and whatnot, they don't have to. I mean, if they want their audience to not report their video, they could say that, and then it'd be like, oh yeah, I said that in the beginning of my video, so I don't know why they're reporting it. But 9 times out of 10, YouTube algorithm just
I
screws
think
people over.
legally, films are supposed to place it like at the beginning.
Yeah.
But they put it at the end in small text.
Like the very, very end.
Yeah.
At the end of the credits when everybody's left. They put like the tiniest little asterisk that looks like a dot, and then right at the end of the film, in the smallest text possible, they have that little asterisk. Tons of animals were hurt in the making of this film. Fucking
3 animals died, but it wasn't our fault, we swear.
Now, I should put that at the beginning of the episode, so everybody is just so confused when they read it. And
Yeah.
then when they get to this part, they're gonna.
And then 26 minutes in.
Did you just say 26 minutes in?
Yeah.
It's exactly 26 minutes in.
Well, it's almost as though I have a fucking timer going.
Do you?
Maybe I do. Maybe I just arbitrarily guessed 26.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll never
You
know.
have a timer because you said you were setting up things. How do you prepare for this?
I say that I'm prepared, and then we go.
I wanted to see what you had because I got to get OBS up. I've got to make sure the frame rate is right, the resolution is right, because
I try to get you to fix your mic because it's quiet.
Man, it's totally fine on OBS. So I don't know what's your problem. Maybe your computer's dying some more. Maybe your tiny little sound card, which is built into the motherboard, I assume, is
It's built into the motherboard.
Built into the motherboard. That's the thing that's dying and vibrating instead of your I am apparently 13 instead of your fan. Cage, give me some deets. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Well, funny you should ask, Uff, because I've got a couple of things written down here that I was going to talk about.
Yeah?
And it's a good thing I wrote them down because I completely forgot about them. So,
I wrote that down. I didn't remember that.
Yeah. It's like a nice little surprise every couple of minutes. But it's just the same thing. So, I'm going to go watch Thor this weekend. The new one.
There's a new Thor?
Yeah.
Shows how much I know about that.
Yeah. And so that leads me into the superhero oversaturation of the film market.
Yes,
Currently.
I know what you're talking about.
There's superhero movies, there's DC movies, there's Marvel movies, and then there's Star Wars.
And that's your life.
And that's it. That's all it's fucking showing. Like, they have other movies, obviously, but none of them are, like, worthwhile. Compared, like, no one's talking about them. No one cares about them, except for, like...
I mean, there's a Bad Moms Christmas and Daddy's Home, too.
Yeah, but no one gives half a shit about those.
There's Jigsaw. I feel like there's one good horror movie like every couple months, and then the rest are kind of like, oh, that's
every couple months. That's more than I would say.
Well, I saw Happy Death Day. It was garbage, straight up trash. I hated it. But continue about your oversaturation of the superhero market.
It's like, I understand why they do it, because people, fucking nerds, go and watch them all, and they make the fucking big bucks. So they fucking crank out a movie every fucking. But after a point, it's like, man, they should just like make this a big TV series and stop fucking with the movie.
Now, I'm no film expert, but the money is in the movies, not necessarily the TV shows. I know Netflix is making a killing off of something like Stranger Things, but I mean that's free to, I say free to watch. You have to buy Netflix per month, but if people see something like, oh, this movie is in theaters.
Yeah, movies have a higher production value.
That's true. Yeah.
So I understand that, and they have a longer like stories.
And your mic cut out, so you're gonna have to repeat that.
They have a longer runtime, so their overarching story is a little more coherent.
Yeah.
But it's like, fucking, how many is too many? You know, when does it stop? Does it stop? Do they just keep going? Do they just fucking keep going until everything is shit and all the actors have to be replaced? Because, like, fucking...
I heard Kevin Spacey's free.
Hugh Jackman isn't fucking Wolverine. Like,
he's not?
His contract's over. Like, he did as many Wolverine fucking had. And then there's Chris Evans, I think, only has like 1 or 2 left for Captain America. And he was Human Torch first, so that was weird. Fucking when they're in one franchise and they come over to a different one.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 different Spider-Man. Fucking.
The Spider Bros.
It's like. Who the
I,
fuck?
How often do you go to the movies?
Probably once every couple of months. Whenever the next superhero movie is out.
Couple of months.
Because I'm a giant hypocrite.
See, that's more than me, because I'll see a movie and I go like, oh yeah, I want to watch that thing, and then I just never get around to doing it. I actually got around to seeing.
Going to the movies is basically like the only time I go out. Because there's nothing else to do here.
Terrible little brother around who drops plates earlier in the episode.
Yeah. Fucking just shatters whatever was down there.
It would be funnier if he actually broke it and then your mom was just fucking screaming went
off on him.
Yeah, that would be great. For those of you who are confused out there, Cage isn't like 17. He's same age as me.
I'm 1 year younger than you.
That's true. I didn't know how old I was at one point.
Man, I forget. I have to constantly look at the year and do the fucking subtraction.
You see, I know the general region of where which is stupid.
I know I'm in my 20s.
I'm in my 20s too, but mid 20s,
late 20s. You're in your 20s 4.
20s 4?
Yeah, because you're 24.
Did you do the math just then?
Yeah. I took my age and added 1. I did 2017 minus 1994 plus 1. And got 24.
1993, boy. Now they know where I was born. They know my age. This is awful.
So, if you had to make a rhyme out of all the numbers of your social security number, what would you? How would it go?
It's 6753009. It's 67530. I don't know my social security number off the top of my head. I know the first 5 numbers.
You don't.
The last 4 are fuzzy.
See, the last 4 are what everyone gets, though. Like, people just put that out there.
You see, my brain is fairly rusty when it comes to just remembering strings of numbers.
I know my social security number, actually.
What is it?
No.
Remember that one time, you know who posted his social security number in the chat? And
yeah.
What an idiot. We have a friend who was stupid, and didn't he try to blow it off? Or no, that was the little one who posted their password into the chat, and they tried to blow that off.
I've posted my password probably 2 or 3 times and successfully blown it off each time. And then one time I didn't, so I just reset it.
I mean, what are you afraid we're gonna do?
It's the same password for everything.
Oh. So, your bank account? Is that
all my
your credit card number?
I don't have a credit card.
You don't? You have a debit card?
Nope.
What? See, I have a debit card. I don't have a credit card. Because I tried to build credit, and then I realized, oh, this is awful. There's really no point to having a credit card either. Awful. So, goodbye. And I paid my taxes on it. Are they taxes? I'm not. I try to make as few trips as I can to the bank at all times, because I just hate their business model there. We hold your money, we give you a little bit more money off of it, but you pay us exorbitant prices for very simple things. Checks. I hate getting checks with a passion because they're so expensive. where I go at least.
Yeah, where I go, you just fucking get a shit ton of them for like $5.
I wish. So remember the 70-gallon I was talking about?
No, I don't.
The 70-gallon hexagonal aquarium that I
Oh,
filled up.
yeah. Okay,
Yep. So I found a spot for it, right? Filled it up, no leaks. It's beautiful. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I got a 70-gallon hexagonal aquarium for free with a stand that sells for or retails for around $450, right? I was considering selling it, and then I said, you know what? This thing is way too cool. I'm gonna keep it for myself. Probably a stupid move, but whatever. I go out. I buy the substrate. I have the hiccup. I have the fish already. I know what I want to. Did you say bless you?
I said the hiccups.
I have the fish, I have the plants. I need to buy the substrate, right? So I went out and I bought this this planted aquarium substrate, and that just puts nutrients in the water for the plants to get. I sound like a nerd right now, but
that's because you are a nerd.
It's true.
Nerd.
You fucking nerd. But I buy the substrate, I put it in, I rinse it off because it says minimal rinsing required. It's already pre-rinsed. So I rinse it off. The water that comes out of it is practically black, right? And that's probably just because it's been grinding up on itself. It's losing a few pieces here and there. It's a clay-based substrate. So I pour it in the bottom. I start to fill it up. And I realize, this thing is pretty cloudy. So I take multiple trips to the bathroom with a tiny little 2-gallon bucket. It's around 8 liters, which is 2.11 gallons, actually. But it's around a 2-gallon bucket. I made 35 trips to the bathroom filling it up. And this thing is not clearing up, like at all. It's practically getting worse. So I'm sitting there thinking,
why don't you have like a hose or something?
Because I live in an apartment building.
So?
Where am I going to get a hose from?
Why don't you just have a hose?
Where can I put it on?
Fucking, what do you mean? It goes under the sink.
You see, the sinks here are kind of protected for the Michelin man. What's he called? The maintenance
Plumber?
guy.
Oh.
The maintenance guy to come around if we have a
Well,
problem.
certainly not the Michelin man.
He was on my mind. I don't know why I said it. So, I read up on it. I'm just like, why is this thing so cloudy? Some people are like, yeah, if you leave it for a few days, it will all sink to the bottom and then you can just siphon it out that way. So I let it sit for 2 days. It was still really cloudy. Nothing was sinking to the bottom. So eventually, I read up online, and a lot of people had the same problem. And they did 4 water changes before it actually got clear. So here I am. I wasted probably an hour and a half of just moving buckets around.
And not to mention your fucking utility bill.
I think water is free. I'm not 100%. But, I haven't been living here for too long. I used to live in an old place where that was all included. Thank goodness. But I'm splitting the bill now between 2 people. So it's a lot better. But the whole thing is still very cloudy. It's just sitting in the living room all empty. Very sad. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I'll probably just take all the substrate out, thoroughly rinse it like in the shower, just put it in strainers, and then just leave the shower running for like 2 hours. But that's my disaster so far.
So far, so it's gonna get worse.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. You undoubtedly.
As soon as you get that shit clear, the frame is gonna fucking crack your tank.
That'd be so funny, but at the same time, I'd cry.
Cause you got that shit. What, off eBay, off Craigslist?
Craigslist, yeah. Just like, hey, we have to get rid of this tank. It's been on here for a couple weeks now. Price has been dipping lower and lower. We need to get rid of it within like the next 4 days, so it's free to anybody who shows up. Saw that immediately, hopped on over there, boom. It's in fairly good condition.
Fairly good.
Fairly good as in
that?
the rim on the top was dented in a few places. And it was ticking me off a little bit. Glass is totally fine. Silicon.
Well, it's fine until the fucking...
Do you say silicon, silicone, or silicon?
It depends.
What do you mean it depends?
I mean, it depends.
Like Silicon Valley.
Sometimes they'll say it one way, sometimes they'll say it the other.
Switch?
It's like when I say tomorrow. Usually I'll say tomorrow, but sometimes it's tomorrow, you know?
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Nobody says tomorrow.
Lots of people say tomorrow.
Man. I'm gonna have you make fun of me. I say pipette. Not pipette. Pipette.
I say pipette.
Hey.
I mean, sometimes I say pipette. I mean, it's like
you and your switchy.
Sometimes I say one, sometimes I say the other.
So I was gonna say switchy words, but then I just kind of left off words.
But then you just kind of fucking had it, bro.
I don't know, man. Speaking of the Switch, Super Mario Odyssey, oh, it looks so good, but I'm not gonna buy a Switch because it's still garbage.
They put a bunch of fucking, like, they're not stars, they're fucking...
They're moons.
But they put, like, so many of them in there, and in such varied difficulties of, like, locations.
Yeah.
It's like...
Some are just sitting out in the open when you, like, first walk in the level.
There's so many of them. It's such, like, a varied fucking level. It's like a fucking... You don't even want to get them.
Now wait for the speed runs.
It's fucking
100% speed runs that are, like, 17 hours long.
I don't know about that. They'll probably only be, like, fucking 3 hours.
What are
4 hours,
That's
maybe.
like 1,000 moons.
Yeah.
You account for all, like, the, I haven't looked into it all that much. Is there, like, a little cutscene that plays when you grab one, like in Super Mario Galaxy?
I think so. I think there's a cutscene, but it doesn't take you out of the level when you...
Oh! See, that would cut down time. I thought it took you out of the level. At the beginning.
And there's only, like, fucking, 7 levels or some shit like that?
7? Wow, I didn't know that.
7,
There's so many
worlds or something.
You have, like, 7 worlds and
I mean, they're fairly sizable.
Yeah, they're sizable, I understand that.
But, like...
I don't know.
Super Mario 64, which they are, like, trying desperately to create, it's like, that had way more fucking varied places. And that only had 120 stars.
Well, then again, it had, the 7 stars per world, like 15 worlds? I want to say 15, but I'm not sure. Then again, a lot of the charm of 64 was everything was 2D before it, and then boom, 3D. Everybody was shitting their pants over it. It was so cool. Myself included.
By the time I got to play an N64, I was over it because I had already fucking played a
PlayStation. You ever been an Xbox guy?
No.
I used to be the Xbox 360 dude.
I played one Xbox one time. It was a snowboarding game at a friend's house.
And you said, "This is stupid, goodbye."
Mom got a 360 Christmas like 2 years ago.
His mom? Got
My
him.
mom got us a 360 like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Man, the only reason I use my PlayStation now is for Netflix, but whatever.
See, that's what I use my fucking for.
But you see, the PlayStation, and it's in a communal place, everybody can watch it. Alright,
Why
Cage.
would I fucking let other people watch my shit? I don't want to have to fucking interact with them.
What do you watch? Anime? You weeb?
Fucking all the time.
What do you watch?
Fucking One Punch Man.
Never watched it.
It is good shit. Watch it. Watch it with me. Fucking we'll watch it together. Uff.
When?
Fucking, are you free right now?
I've got to go to rehearsal in 10
Man,
minutes.
that's lame.
I mean, it's 6:18 p.m. right now. If you want some reference to when we're recording this, I have
6:18 p.m. on a
I
Tuesday.
have practice on a Tuesday. Yeah, so we pre-record this unlike the past 4 episodes, which we've recorded the day of,
The
and
day of,
I've
minutes before they
recorded,
record up.
edited, and thrown up. Literally thrown up because it's a solid hour and a half of just working on this thing for what 20 minutes of upload. It's out there. Fucking OJ watches it, and that's about it. GG.
I watch about 20 seconds of it to make sure it works.
You go, yeah, that seems pretty good, and you just end it. You get to watch my
I put the videos in a playlist.
That's all you do? Are you gonna create a new playlist? Okay, one last thought.
For fucking random videos.
So, the podcast is gonna get pretty stale after a while if we do 2 episodes a week for however long this lasts, right?
So you want to do one a week and then fucking have Sunday fun day or whatever?
I'm wondering, do we do one a week? And, you know, this will go into effect in like a month or so, right? If you're down with it. We do one podcast where we're both here. And then either we do a community thing where we're both together and we're doing a thing, or we do solo shows. I can do the drawing thing. I just did that because I had no idea what to do besides that. You could spotlight a game you have that not many people have heard of. I don't know. Would you be down with that?
I don't know, because I mean, I'm thinking like fucking. So like, what was I thinking? Fuck. Thursday podcast.
Yeah.
Thursday. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday, fucking. I'm feeling like we do some sort of like shit, like other people, you know, fucking special guest or whatever. We just play League or fucking what have you.
Yeah, I get that.
Say our random shit as we do. Watch car crash videos. I don't know. And then, and like maybe Tuesday, just do like a fucking 10, 15, 30 minute whatever you fucking that day or whatever. Like your fucking drawing or your fucking egg video.
Dude, my egg video was the greatest.
The only reason it had so many views is because it was 7 seconds long.
That's true. But I'll tell you right now, I've got to head out. So we're gonna call it here. Cage, it's been a pleasure.
Has it?
No. And
That's
thank
what I
you so
thought.
much for joining us on this episode of Before I Forget. I have been Uff. That has been Cage. And we'll see you on Sunday. Goodbye. You gonna say bye?
Bye.